Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make some pecan muffins. These are a quick and easy recipe for some very tasty muffins basically. And this is a substitute recipe. I did do a recipe yesterday which was very tasty, but unfortunately didn't turn out quite how I wanted it to for the video. So although I ate the pastries that I made, they weren't good enough for the video, so I thought I'd do this one as a substitute instead. So as I said, it's very easy. We start off by preheating the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 180 Celsius with a fan, 390 Fahrenheit, and I've put paper cases into my muffin pan, 12 paper cases, but you can grease and flour the muffin pan if you want to instead. So I'll go on to the ingredients, and for this I have 350 grams, which is 2 1/3 cups of plain flour. That's based on scooping packed flour into a 250 milliliter cup. I have 100 grams, half a cup of light brown sugar, 8 grams, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 grams, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You could use ground cardamom or you could use another spice if you wanted to. 3 grams, half a teaspoon of salt, 240 millilitres, 1 cup of milk, 2 medium eggs, which would be large in the USA, 50 grams, 3½ tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, you could probably omit the salt or cut it down a little bit. And then I have 100 grams of pecans, roughly chopped. Here I have 75 grams, 3/4 of a cup, which I'm going to stir into the batter. And here I have another 1/4 of a cup, 25 grams, again roughly chopped, which I'm going to sprinkle over the top once I put the batter into the muffin cases. That's just for appearance sake. You could stir the whole lot into the muffins if you wanted to. So that's all the ingredients, and we simply need to get it all mixed together. And to do that, I will start off by putting the flour, the sugar, salt, baking powder and cinnamon into a larger bowl, and then I'm just going to mix those together. That will break up any little lumps a little bit in the sugar if there are any, and it will distribute the baking powder, the cinnamon and the salt into the flour quite nicely. And that's good enough, so I'll just set that to one side for a moment. And then I'm going to put my eggs into my milk and the melted butter as well, which has cooled down somewhat. And I'm just going to break the eggs up and mix that a little bit. And really that's good enough. So then I'm going to pour that into the dry ingredients, and I'm simply going to mix those together until they're just about combined. Don't need to overmix this at all. And that's good enough at the moment, because we're going to mix it a little bit more with the 75 grams of pecans, and we're just going to mix that again until they're mixed through, and that will actually finished mixing the batter quite nicely, and with the pecans mixed through, I'm simply going to spoon that into my prepared muffin pan, and I'll spoon it so each case is about 3/4 full. And that's reasonably evenly spread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply dot some pecans on the top of each one. And that's good enough. So then I'm going to put those into the oven, and I'm going to bake them for 20 to 25 minutes until they've risen up nicely and they've got a nice sort of golden brown colour on the top. And at that stage I'll take them out of the oven. I will test them with a skewer to make sure it comes out reasonably cleanly, and it should do. I'll take them out of the oven and I'll leave them in the pan for 2 or 3 minutes, then I'll transfer them to a wire rack. And then once they've cooled down completely, I'll come back and we'll have a taste. I baked my pecan muffins for 20 minutes and I tested them with a skewer, which came out clean. So I took them out of the oven, and then 2 minutes later I put them onto a wire rack, and they've cooled down now. So I'll show you what they look like. So they baked up nicely, they rose very well, and the pecans on the top, well, there's pecans inside, but the ones on the top decorate them quite nicely. So really that's all there is to it, and I'll have a taste of one which I've already been eating. So it tastes very, very nice. Just a little hint of the cinnamon, and then the lovely texture and crunch from the nuts as well, and the flavour of those nuts. So a very basic muffin, very simple. Most muffins are very simple and easy to make. So that's all there is to it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there will be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.